Okay, good morning to everyone. It's like we are looking too cool. We are not looking technological. I wanted to start saying maybe some trends moving. Or okay, sorry, thank you. I was actually expecting some data to start moving and maybe some of the waves or what have you. Okay, once again, it's my pleasure. Thank you so much for the recognition and the introduction. I would like to start by acknowledging our vibrant and as well known and justified the Vice Chancellor of the newest and bouncing university in Zaria, in Kaduna State, and in Nigeria, a very known university, known since it was operating as a college of education. It has provided people like me. It has provided people who have trained me. It has provided erudite scholars. It has provided experts in different fields, both education and technology, few but mention. The Vice Chancellor in absentia and highly represented, the Registrar, other academicians, the non-academicians. Without moving, it's impossible to move without acknowledging the vibrant HODs here, the directors, and other respected dignitaries, and as well my fellow students and other stakeholders. Once again, a gentle morning to you all. And I hope at the end of this session, which is a public session, I hope you're going to embrace the technology, but not just knowing the technology or hearing about the technology. I would like to start my presentation with the saying, or my saying, that you should know, everyone should know. Technology and artificial intelligence, which is AI, has not come to take any of your job. I know now you are relaxed. Some people have started getting afraid. Technology is here to take their job. But what you need to know is technology and artificial intelligence has come to prove who are the real teachers and who are not the real teachers. In the technological or digital age, you can't lie if you're a teacher. No matter how it's going to manifest in you. It is before that someone can go home and memorize, or he does not know something and that he tried to say before he tried to provide false information. Nowadays, when you say wrong thing, your student already know it. They are with their tabs, they are with their handsets, they are with their computers. They will prove you wrong. Is that right? Please, is that right, yes, my fellow teachers? So we need to embrace the technology. And as I said, technology and artificial intelligence has not come to take any of your job, but to scrutinize you and screen you, and as well bring out the real model in you, if actually you are a teacher or you are not a teacher. You're a half-baked teacher or you're a qualified teacher. And I would like to as well tell you that technology and artificial intelligence has come to update teacher and outdate teachers. To what? An outdate teacher. Please memorize this. You can't stay where you are. If you're a person who has a fixed mindset, you don't bother. I just want to be in my comfort zone. In this era, no comfort zone. It is before that you can remain. I want to be an AC holder and I'm working. I don't mind the salary I've been paid. Let them continue paying me for the next 5 or 10 years. Nowadays, you must grow. If you're not ready to grow, then you must die. It's either you grow or you die. Now, no fixed mindset. And that is why today you see that uh, many people are finding it hard to survive, especially in this economy. Because what? You are satisfied with the 70,000 you're being paid or 100,000 you're being paid for the bulky 5 years. But within the Tunubuism period, you know that that cannot stand. It can never stand. You will have to expand. If you're having only one source of income before, civil servant, they don't mind. I want to be a civil servant. But now, even servant, little project, he wants to be part so that to get something to pay school fees of the children because school fees has increased. House rent has increased. Transportation has increased. Before, you don't put transport. When you want to visit someone or you want to go to somewhere or you walk, you don't even calculate transport because it's just a token. But nowadays, even if you are being given job, you have to calculate what? Transport. If not, please, I reject this offer. Isn't it? So if you're still earning what you're earning and you think you can grow now, it's no more a thinking, it's now a reality. So the better we embrace the technology, the better we survive. And the more we still keep in that we can still succeed. You know, there are some people that until now they're thinking that we will succeed or we will still survive. Let me tell you the true fact. I'm not a prophet, I'm not a god, but I will tell you that you can't succeed. If you are the HOD or you are the dean, believe you me, time is coming that you'll be left behind and your student or some of the younger staff that you're looking down to, he will be the HOD. This has happened in FC as a case study. Maybe before you never thought of maybe you become, this university is going to become, this institution is going to become a university. And before, if you're a HOD and you don't have that qualification, you have to step down. If one of your staff, he is your staff before, but he went to pursue his academic pursuit and he had maybe master's or PhD, he has a doctorate degree, then you have to step down for him. So this is example of the reality. Let us grow, let us embrace technology. And as well stated, there are benefits attached to the academia, that is attached to the academic environment. Nowadays, you can't succeed even in academics without technology. Before, they used to feel that it is only software engineers, developers, app developers, cybersecurity expert, data analyst, maybe quantum computing expert or cloud computing expert or robotic engineers. They are the only one that has to do with technology. Teacher, we don't need technology. It is not true. Today, if you do not teach with projector, you are a local teacher. If you don't teach with smartboard, you are a local teacher. If you don't teach with interactive board, you are a local teacher. If you don't make use of different models, you don't harness blended learning, you don't harness you don't operate flipped classroom, you're a local teacher. Nobody will sack you. It's the technology that will come and offer you the sacking letter, and you have to embrace it. And before you know it, you'll be saying, we taught together with this body. That the dean was my student. He was my student. And your student can't even listen to you. You can't stand beside him. This is the challenge. We have a carryover, but it is not still late for us to embrace this. We have already played with many opportunities behind. But now it is still not too late. I believe at this juncture I have introduced the topic. Embracing technology trend, unlocking academic success. Have I, please? Please, a round of applause for me. So, my presentation will cover some very key aspects. Number one is going to cover technology. Number two is going to cover artificial intelligence. Number three is going to cover education. Number four is going to cover what? Let me see who will guess. I have a gift for someone who will guess. Number four is what? Entrepreneurship? No? Huh? Skill development. Who said entrepreneurship? You say entrepreneurship? You said what? Skill development? No? Digitization. Oh, you guys have seen it. No, I've cancelled it. I remembered. Where is this moderator? He was the one that exposed it. So, oh, you think you're smart. Okay, I've cancelled that. Okay, but it's also good that they are able to retain something. Please, can I have them 3 gifts from interchange? Someone said someone unlocked one opportunity here. You're welcome. Who was the second person? They've started unlocking their own technology. Then the last person. Okay, thank you. So that's the technology. Technology has come to prioritize some people. Anyway, so why technology? Why am I talking on technology? What brought us here is we want to unlock technology, right? Traditional teaching will not work again. Before, how were our parents taught? They were taught in their homes on the mat, right? Before, that was how teaching. If you are pleaded to take your child to that kind of school, will you take him there? Will you take him there? So nowadays too, if you see a school that they don't have smart board, the teachers they don't know how to make use of technology, classroom does not exist even beyond the classroom, you will not take your child there again, and nobody will take their child there again. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you have a business, either an educational business, maybe a school or something, write it down. It's either you will not get investors, you will not grow, and a very small school is going to grow, and you that you have very big building is going to be wasted. I stated this at a workshop I had at Kasama State last 2 months, that if I have one classroom, I might end up generating more money and having more profit than someone who has story buildings. If I embrace technology, I make sure that I invest just few money in that place and equip it, make sure that I have expert facilitator, everything is gadgeted and so on. And a school that they are always using notebook or so on, people will prefer. Let me make example. Now you have a child. I only have one class, but I can only accommodate 20 students. My school fees is 50,000, and there's another school, their school fees is 20,000, and they have story building. I teach with computers. All my students know how to use computer, and I teach them with this multimedia tools and so on. Will you take your child to a story building, or you take your child to my school that I only have one classroom? Why? Not only technology, because you will get more results. It's not about building, it's not about how huge, it's about quality, because nobody will spend his money for not having results. The output, fantastic. So this is an idea I'm selling to you. Whatever you're doing, not only education, is because now we are talking education. If I'm to talk on embracing technology trend for unlocking Guguru Company Limited, I will still talk on technology. Even if it is for Agualema company, I'll still talk on technology. You have to embrace it. Technology is an oxygen and you have to breathe. So technology has come to stay. AI. Why am I differentiating between technology and AI? Technology is the whole. AI is the emerging aspect of the technology that is trending now. Artificial intelligence. Maybe I need to invite you to my wedding ceremony that is coming in the next 10 to 12 years. I might probably marry a new robot. Yes, I know you attend. Yes, robot will not complain. It is programmed. If I say do this, my robot heart will do it. Right? If I say wash clothes, it will wash clothes. If I said I want you to teach the whole of this classroom, it will only say what? It will only say yes. Once it is programmed, it's going to do what it's going to do. So, and that is why I tell you, technology, many school for sure will resign many teachers. Not because they don't like the teachers, but the teacher cannot perform. Please, are we, I don't know, maybe I'm communicating. Well, I'm going too detail. Okay, I want us to get the concept so that when we enter gear 5, we'll be unstoppable. Please, are we together? So, it's very important we should take note of that. As I said, AI is aspect of AI is this the it is AI that gives rise to robotics, that gives rise to smart systems, that give rise to some of the Internet of Things and so on. What is this AI that you have been saying? Look at it here. This is just it. This is human, isn't it? This human is cloned to be this. So this could be a computer, this could be a laptop, this could be a door, this could be a pen, this could be a board, this could be anything. It makes use of memory. Before, we all see computer as it has a computer is doing like a human. Now it is beyond just a computer. So anything you program to act or to deliver a specific task that human being can do, that is application of AI. Do we understand? Yes. In a simple term, AI is the simulation of human to act like the simulation of human in a machine form. Some people now, lastly, let me make a last example for AI is, for example, now let's assume my grandfather died and I don't want to miss my grandfather. So I'll just go to a technology company. Please, can you clone my father, my grandfather? I don't want to miss him. I want you to do exactly like him. The brain, I want you to download some of the things in his brain. Don't be surprised they will start downloading some things from our brain. Don't be surprised. All what your memory card, all what you know, they can download it into memory card. That they are working towards that. So that feeling that you miss your parents will no more be there. Or you miss one of your friends. Let's assume you are my friend, my close friend, I don't want to miss you. I will make sure that I do a very strong backup anytime. You are laughing. Yes, just like you do your WhatsApp backup, you don't want to miss the messages. That is the same way. Nowadays, I have seen a lady that tells me that I don't just know, I'm falling in love with ChatGPT. With ChatGPT. Like she told me that whenever she's in depression, she has any problem, she just speak to ChatGPT and she tells them, ChatGPT, please, I'm in depression. This is my problem. Can you advise me? And it will act. It will say, oh, ChatGPT will tell you, oh, you see, they are testifying because they are doing it. So you see, even technology is reducing depression. Technology is reducing need for a lover. If you don't have love, you can go for artificial lover. Yes, you can go for artificial lover, isn't it? No more. You have not married, you have not married. You can tell, yes, I'm married. I have a robot. If you just have money, you can go and buy your husband or your wife in the market. And you even tell them how you want it. No, I like white girl, or I like handsome husband. No, I want him to talk like, it will be programmed. I wish I have money when these things are going to come up. That are some of the things that even me too I would like to invest in artificial, in AI and robotics. So you don't have any problem. Anything you want, I'll do it for you. So update what? Update yourself. Education. Education give rise. I love the statement you made. You can't mention technology without education. It is education that gives rise to what? Technology. Somebody that is the same way we are now. Your parent gave birth to you. People don't like your parent again. Now they like you or they like your son. So that is technology. If you want people to like you, don't look old. You see old mama, there are some old mamas that if they start working here, they don't want to agree, that they are not old. They don't want to agree that they are old. They are right? So they will make sure. So that is how I want education to be, especially in this prestigious university. Please let us pimper, let us pumper, and let us paint education so that our children will have a brighter future. Right? And the next thing is what? Skills. Nowadays, nobody plays with skills. Many people are moving into distance learning today because what? They can't just be seeking for knowledge. If you calculate the school fees you have paid for your primary school, secondary school, and university, it's enough for you to become a millionaire now. Had this been you have invested it well, and you just attended maybe just a 3 year school. That is why in higher in many countries now, they send their children to skill acquisition school immediately after secondary school, or some even primary school, and they are successful. The number of professors we have in Nigeria, they multiply the number of professors in the US. It is in Nigeria that you see somebody who is a professor. Prof, yeah. That is the only prof. But you see, a secondary school children is better than a prof. He even knows what he's doing more than even the professor that he calls himself a professor. Right? So now, what I'm trying to say is skills. From this image, I believe you have understood what skill is. You can teach, you can cook, you can do event planning, you can communicate, you're open to collaboration, you can solve problem, you can multitask, you can sleep as well, you cannot sleep as well. You need different skill to survive, and we are coming to see what those skills are. And our children at this moment, please, not just teaching them entrepreneurship, let them become the real entrepreneurs. You can't train a child to be, you can't train a child, he has never learned anything from nursery school, primary school, secondary school. He finished university and now you are telling him to go to learn work. He can never learn it. No matter, even if it is Gen 1001, you teach him, he will not learn it. Sir? It is late. That's what. Go to universities, go to Brazil, go to US. They teach them these 21st century skills. It is beyond just classroom. They invent, they create. This watch you are making, a engineer, a professor in the engineering field cannot make a watch. He cannot even repair a watch for you, an electrical or mechanical or what have you. But there it is primary school students that are making this watch you are buying. How many thousands of naira? So tell me, what is the essence of the education if we cannot bring out new things? We can't we can't innovate. Please, am I communicating? Yes. And it's like we are too cool. Is it that? You're following? Fantastic. So that is skills. The next is entrepreneurship. What's the difference between skills and entrepreneurship? Skills and entrepreneurship. Please, anyone who can differentiate skills from entrepreneurship?
Skills have to do with the talent.
Talent,
Why entrepreneurship has to do with the ability to manage a business.
ability to manage a business. Um, who said solve a problem? Yes. What kind of problem?
There are different problems in life.
Okay.
An entrepreneur is somebody who offers solutions to problems.
Exactly. Not just there's difference between businessman and entrepreneur. Businessman, he doesn't solve a problem. He's just doing business. Entrepreneur, he looks, he study, he collects data and make sure that you need something here. And he provides that. I think I need to dash you, since you know entrepreneur, you know a skill, I'm supposed to dash you a flash.
So yeah, I feel it.
You did not fail, you can try later.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Yes? Okay, you want to try? But no flash this time around.
Sir,
Yes.
entrepreneurship is somebody that acquire the knowledge and put it into practice. Build something in his hand and make something in his hand that will help him in his future.
Okay.
Example, like this comment, uh, uh, this perfume and other things.
Okay. You try. You try very well. But that is a definition of a business actually, not entrepreneurship. The difference between entrepreneurship, let us get it right. The difference between entrepreneurship and business is an entrepreneur is solving a specific problem, while a business is just operating to generate profit. Do you understand? I can come here now and now see, okay, these are educators. Before I finish this talk, and I want to establish a business, I will take some data from you. I understood that many of these people they need digital skills. Or I examine what are the things you are lacking, then I will now provide that, and that makes me to be an entrepreneur. But if I just come here, I don't know, maybe you buy or you not buy, I just bring food. That is a business. That one he's solving a specific need, while the other person is just doing his own business. Do you understand? They are similar. Entrepreneurship is part of business, but not all business is and not all business businessmen are entrepreneurs. Do we get it? I know maybe you do not understand it since you're James, but now I'm making it easier for you. Last, from the word digital, you see your body will shake. You shake body small, isn't it? Digital is either you become digital or what? You become analog. To be sincere, how many of you are digital teachers and students here? To be sincere. To be sincere, how many of us are digital? I did not see any hand. To be sincere, you are digital. Fantastic. Who is digital? You are digital? 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 Okay, I want one person to prove his digitization. Who is digital? Yeah, can you prove your digitalization?
We use Google Classroom.
You use Google Classroom? Fantastic. Okay, let me examine you, not just Google Classroom. I will test you because I use Google Classroom. I use Teams. I use Moodle. I use Edmodo. I'm an educational technologist. Yeah. Use Google Classroom very well. Should I ask you a question? I like the confidence. Since it is a digital question. Yes. Someone you can without somebody answering a question, you can know if somebody knows something. That confidence alone can let you know if somebody actually knows something. And that is what critical. I adopt critical thinking in understanding her, and I'm sure she's using Google Classroom. From her expression, these are one of the things that teachers need to spend more time on now, not teaching, understanding student psychology. Now, no more teacher, let me tell you. We are only a facilitator. Nobody is a teacher again. Your student is a teacher because students can learn even better than you sometimes. Learning takes place outside the classroom. You are just a facilitator. And that is why what is needed more from teachers now are the skills that we are coming to mention. And that is why now, lesson notes, nobody needs you to write lesson note again. Lesson plan, nobody needs you to write lesson plan. Who sent you? What you need to concentrate, teachers need to concentrate more on the delivery, not more on the planning, because technology has come to plan for you, has been made simple for you. Please, are we enjoying the session? Should we call it a day? So I believe even if it is here that I stopped my presentation, I believe we have learned something. But actually, we have not learned anything. This is just a synopsis of what did. I know it's already time, so let us round up within some few minutes. It's Friday already. Okay, a question to me and you. Does technology actually matters in education? Yes. It matters. Yes. Why does technology matters? Yes, no prize. Yeah.
In today's world,
Yeah.
technology is in every aspect.
Okay.
In the classroom, the average student you deal with.
Please, one class, please.
The average student you deal with has a foundation in like we call Gen Z digital natives.
Exactly.
So they already know how to use applications. They know how to interact on social media and so on. So if you are trying to get the attention of this generation, you need to communicate in the language that they understand. Exactly. Now, putting together the resources that you need to put in place for people to learn, bringing technology, it makes it easier for you. For example, you're also an educator, I'm a Microsoft certified educator.
Fantastic.
So we know that we can get teachers to teach your class, exchange teachers from other countries and teach live in the classroom.
Exactly.
We also know that we can give projects that teachers can, students can use to learn using technology. Then your resources, like you said, your lesson notes, your plan, your curriculum, even your timetable, everything can be managed digitally. And once digitalization is onboarded in a learning institution, managing the institution becomes easier.
Exactly.
Now, we're talking even only in the classroom aspect. But by the time you bring the student records management, you bring staff records management, you bring human resources, you bring payroll, all those things, all of them.
You have finished answering the question. Please, a round of applause for him, please. Yes. Who says you should give him? He's already a learned person in the aspect. You don't need to give. You're supposed to ask him maybe the signal of this place. Okay, that's fantastic. I believe we are learning. This interactive. It's not just a lecture method, right? This is what kind of method am I using of teaching? Interactive, that's one. Now, technological. Are you from FC? Is that technological method of teaching? Student-centered, fantastic. In a place whereby you make use of two methods, what is it called? Two or more methods at the same time, what is it called? What? Eclectic method. To be sincere, I don't know. I don't know eclectic. But I believe our teachers can methods of teaching. That's eclectic. Thank you. I can say it is, if it is me, I can say if I'm using a physical class and online class, then I can say it is a hybrid method or a blended or a flipped method. Yeah. That's eclectic. Then a round of applause for me. So why does technology matters? As of today, as of yesterday, as of yesterday, 10 o'clock in the night, Zoom has averagely 300 million 300 what? Million active users for every day. They have active users, 300 millions, using what? Zoom meetings. 300 million. Look at the statistics. Daily. That is according to Search Logistics. This is to show you how people are moving to digital world and how they're embracing technology. Just Zoom. I did not say Google Meet. I didn't mention other Teams and so on. This, if you know what you are doing, this is a challenge to you and it is already telling you something that you have to get set. If not, you go away. Are we together? So, learning method, why technology is important is learning method has changed nowadays. Why? People are moving back to e-learning. Go to Ahmadu Bello University and see the number of students that are applying for distance learning. Now they are competing between university and distance learning. And distance learning is generating, I think, a very significant money to ABU than even what? The regular student. And the certificate is the same thing. They won't write distance learning to you. Teaching is changing. Many students now, if I have a child, he is at Zaria City and he has to be spending how much money to go to ABU every day? Now, about 1,500 naira. When did I finish paying school fees? When did I buy school provision? When did I cater for his or her mother? When did I also have, how much is my salary? I would rather engage him in distance learning. So go to work, go and learn job. The profit you are making, pay school fees with it. Let me deal with your mother and your other your younger ones. That is the simple way of living. Yes, sir. Yeah, I think it motivates you, right?
Yes, because there's something that interests me here.
Okay, fantastic.
About distance learning
Yeah.
and physical learning. And the example you just gave now regarding your child, that once your child should be in school, distance learning, you just ask your child to just go to work, right? You ask your child to go to work, right? And generate money and pay your school fees. Wherever in the case that you are assuming the child is really learning from distance learning and it's not learning. All his attention is at the place of work. So how do you do with this child?
Okay.
Because for me, I prefer physical learning because sometimes students are slow in learning and some are fast in learning. You understand? Whereby some students, when they see a particular teacher, they are very happy. The way they speak, the way they talk, the way they use body movement gives them more knowledge. So I think that this call for debate regarding
Fantastic.
this. Thank you.
I accept the debate and I will win you and I allow people to judge and they will definitely say I win you. All these things you are saying, it also exists online. How do you know that your child is learning? I know you talk, I will not give you because before I even turn, you already want to answer. These systems that we are building, they are systems that they monitor students. Some even have artificial intelligence embedded in them. Sometimes we can even program it that once this child is not online or when the child is not moving, the computer should say, when you are communicating with Zoom, if you are trying to talk, will it tell you that, are you trying to speak? How does it know that you're speaking? Not only that, it takes attendance, automated attendance. It records. So that is when you are safe that your child is learning. And nowadays, even if you're using Microsoft Teams or some of they have a feature that it analyzes students' performance. It tells you your weakness, it tells you your strength, it tells you what you need to build. Even PowerPoint presenter, many of us use PowerPoint, but we don't know. There is a rehearse coach. You can rehearse how you're even presenting. It tells you where your weakness, where you make mistake, the words we need to correct, and so on. So for a child that even goes to classroom, I can say to me, he wouldn't learn more like a child that uses the digital method of learning because he learned just beyond the classroom. However, sometimes you need to take note of the subject you are dealing with. Some child, they don't actually need them to, you don't actually need to take them to school. Maybe now you're dealing with a child which they are very small in terms of statistics. Some child that they always want to be at home, they don't want to go out. That can affect them intellectually and psychologically. So that kind of children, you can take them to university just for them to cure them from those things. But for a child that you know that is brilliant, or your child is okay and at least he was well brought up averagely, I don't think you're going to be afraid of making him to study online. True or yes? You see?
True or yes?
So I hope that's some part. I don't want to go to the real debate, but I'm ready for the debate always. But I believe it's convincing. So don't be afraid, actually. So all these technology tools, maybe the ones we know, they are just local ones. We have not tried premium features, or we have not tried higher ones. That's where you are going to know that this, in fact, they can even do better. Very soon, maybe the next time you are going to invite me to any occasion, maybe you're having any occasion and you feel that I want to be invited. Maybe by then I can be using holograms. You see me here, but I'm not the one that is talking, but you think I'm the one. Yes. An wuce wajen a yan bama baya hajiya. You see me everything, but I'm in my room. It is in my room. It is imaginary of me that you are seeing here. I am bama baya. And now we are using virtual reality. We are using augmented reality. Who knows the difference between augmented reality and virtual reality? What's the difference between augmented reality and virtual reality?
This is a prize winning question. Somebody should answer.
Yes. I will even compliment, apart from the gift, I will also compliment with 1,000 naira again. Before I count 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my God. That is an assignment. Virtual reality, augmented reality. It's similar, but it's different. Let me answer. Somebody will say he don't know it. I know it. Let me just give you expo. One, you are seeing yourself in the real environment, but with some additional features. While the other one, you are not. Do you know that we can all go to paradise and come back? How? We can go to paradise and come back. Do you know that we can all meet in a virtual school physically? I'm telling you, and we are going to shake hands. And you feel like we are shaking hands? Now I can be in the US in the next 2 seconds with virtual reality. See, let me do broken. They don't leave us for back. This is the technology.
Just 2 examples.
Okay, sharply.
Yes. Okay, for instance, in medical schools in
Yes.
in advanced countries these days,
Fantastic.
you simulate surgeries. You put on your virtual reality glasses, carry out the surgeries several times, perfect it before you carry out the physical surgery. So you don't cadavers are not as important as they used to be those days. Those days, if there are accidents, you carry the corpses and then use them as cadavers for students to learn upon. But these days, medical students do not need corpses to practice on. That's one example. Now that takes place in virtual reality. Okay, the total environment is simulated. You put on your glasses, you put on your headphones, and then you are directed to carry out the process as you wish to carry it out. Now, in augmented reality, you are in a physical environment, okay, but there are components of it that are digital. So if we decide to hold a lecture here and our lecturer is not here, but we have what do we call
Lens.
a projector that will project his image. You will actually see the image, you will hear him. There's this MTN advert. You remember about a wedding and the husband or so is not around physically, but the wedding still takes place. So that's basically Those are the kind of things that we are talking about.
Sorry,
Thank you.
sir. I want to ask additionally.
Yes.
Because your explanation sounds too ambiguous. I want a simplistic way of dwelling on these two because up to now I can't really differentiate what is
Between
virtual and
augmented.
augmented.
Let me make it very.
Maybe in a simple word.
Let me make it very simple. Okay, let me make it very simple. I wanted to give you an assignment so that you don't just get everything here. I want you to make research. I want you to make research. That's why I didn't make it. But let me make it very simplified for you. Now, I want both of us to be in the VC's office. Can we make it possible without moving from here? Is it possible? It is very possible with virtual reality. Once you already have the system programmed and created virtually, artificial office, and the VC can be seated there, and he too he will assume he is seated in his seat, and you see him on his seat, and he will also see us when we put that glass, that big glass, that thing. So that big glass, you are seeing the 3D of the place, not even just one side. You see your left and right, everything. And inside the office, you assume you're in the office. That's how you're going to see yourself. You know, there's this thing children used to play with before that they'll be seeing something like a cartoon or something. So that's how you're going to see it. And that's how it's running now. We can have meeting with you with virtual reality set. Clearly understood?
That's for virtual reality.
That's for virtual reality. Now, augmented reality. Let me make example of Google Lens. Google glasses. Google has a glass they call Google augmented reality glass. Like this glass is just like the way I can put on this glass. Then here in my environment, I want to be seeing my wife, my children. Maybe they are not together with me. But I want to see them in this environment. So that glass is already programmed with those my children. So when I put on this glass, I'll be seeing them moving inside this environment, not another environment. Yes, I will be playing. And they'll be talking. Anything they are saying over there, I'll be hearing it, I'll be seeing them like they are doing it over here. Yeah, that is augmented reality. That's why I said, Ambaru Mabaya, Tete. Like this is supposed to be a very, I wish this is a workshop. Whenever I'm delivering speech on I don't like even speaking on technology. I prefer holding a physical workshop so that we do it and you feel it. Anyway, sorry. So e-learning, virtual classrooms are moving. Google Meet, my madam, Google Meet is moving. Either you meet me in class and nobody will punish you for not going to school, but before query if you did not come. But now I held my class. Now, for example, I'm doing a volunteering lecturing for one of the departments, and I said that yes, I'm going to do a voluntary service, but I will not be coming to university. And yes, they accepted. And I do all my lectures at home, and everything, it is agreed that I'm a volunteer lecturer. Digital content are moving on. So if you do not teach with cartoon, we do not teach with who know gamification, fun learning and gamified learning. Hey, this is Federal University of Education. Gamified learning and fun learning and gamified learning. Who has heard about it before? Apart from you are a digital teacher.
We've heard of gamified learning.
But you've heard it, but do you know it?
To some extent, I think it has to do with blockchain technology.
No. Not
Gamified learning.
Yes.
When you use the resources found with blockchain to create a gamified system of learning.
Blockchain blockchain is actually why it can be applied.
You know, the artificial intelligence you're talking about is part of the blockchain.
Let's not go deep. Let's not go too deep. Let me assume I do not ask this question. I don't want to confuse some people. They are all technology on themselves. They are all emerging technology. Artificial intelligence is a technology on it. Is an emerging technology on its own. AI is an emerging technology on its own. IoT is an emerging technology. Cloud computing is emerging technology. Robotics in the cloud is an emerging technology. And what have you?
But what I'm asking, there is a synergistic relationship.
There is, for sure.
Because I know AI evolved from the internet of time. That's the Web 2 we have during the late 90s to the early. So
Well,
I was actually trying to ask that question when it comes
Yeah.
to question and answer, but since you provoked that question,
Yeah,
I decided to bring it. So probably when the time for question and answer,
it's
probably
okay.
you need to give us a much more product relationship.
No problem. No problem. So let me move. I have how many minutes remaining, please? Less than how many minutes, please, precisely? 5 minutes. Okay, let me move. Let me switch to lecture method. Okay, now there is global access to education now. Student does not need to go to Massachusetts University, doesn't need to go to Oxford before they are being certified as an Oxford student. And this is made possible because of what? Technology. So with this, that means technology matters in education. And access to interactive learning tools, just like my very chairman there asked, there are interactive learning tools that make learning more interactive. You can even give a handshake to your teacher while he's in the class and you're at your home. Then we also have access to global certification. Nowadays, you can have global certifications from different places and you are not there. So that means there is what? That means what? Technology what? Matters in education. I believe that is justified. There is a statistics, according to the World Economic Forum, it is researched and gotten that by 2025, when is 2025? Next year, 75% of learning is predicted to occur through what? Digital means. Even in Nigeria. Even in Nigeria, go to Miva. I'm not promoting, I'm not advertising for Miva University. Go to Miva University. Look at how many students they have. I have a friend of mine and his wife is abroad and he is also abroad, so it's very expensive. His wife is at US, so it's very expensive for them to cater for the tuition fee there and what have you. And I tried to make research and I tell you, okay, you need to apply for a university in Nigeria that she can do her exam and everything with a proctor system and everything. Then when I made my research, I got to understand that Miva University have that system, and now she's already in 200 level, and all the credit goes to me. And he's going to come back with a degree. She's also going to come back with a degree. She is a degree holder. Sorry, he's going to come back with PhD, and she's going to come back with what? Degree. And she has a daughter at home. She can't move anywhere. And that even those that are calling themselves or not calling themselves, those that are ustazes, and they don't want their wives to go to school. Technology has made it easy for them to become ustaz, digital ustaz. What is the role of AI in technology now? Now, AI precise. AI, I've already explained all these things. It has assisted in adaptive learning systems. AI-driven tutoring and assessment, as I've said. AI can be your tutor, can be your teacher. Who has used Duolingo before? Duolingo. You have used Duolingo in learning. Okay, you are a linguist, right? Yeah, fantastic. So you can learn many languages. I learned some part of Arabic at Duolingo. You can learn French and what have you. Example are AI powered like Coursera, Duolingo. I had certificates from Coursera too as well, different certifications. So this AI assists them in teaching, and you feel like it's somebody you are conversing with, but it is a machine or an AI you are conversing with. So with this, I want to ask you a question is, since we now have all these things, will teachers be needed again?
Yes.
But,
Definitely.
but what?
Most definitely, they will be needed.
Okay. Will teachers be needed?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Most definitely.
Why will teachers be needed? No. Yes. I want somebody to answer, somebody that has not talked. Will teachers be needed? Already we have adaptive learning, interactive learning. We have, you can gain your certificates. You have already answered a question. I want somebody that has not talked. It's like you have talked together with that guy. You have said something, right? You have not? Okay, why do you think teachers will be needed?
The teacher will be needed for the guidance as a tutor to guide them so that, for example, as a student, when you are using this thing, you have the guidance to guide you not to go in the wrong path and to put one.
God bless you. Please give him one. Yes. Do you remember I said teachers are no more teachers? They are now what? You have to facilitate. Even if you don't know something, it is not. It's before when teacher does not know anything. He comes back home, he did not answer a question, and he will feel depressed. But nowadays, even if you don't know something, let's make a research on that. Let's ask the AI. What's the? Oh yeah, I have this. And you do your calculate and you go. Nowadays, we are just facilitating the class. What you need to build in the student is what? Those skills that I say we are going to look into. So teachers are going to be needed, but not all teachers. Outdated teachers are not going to be needed. They will be what? Outdated. Except updated teachers. That is before students don't go to Federal Colleges of Education, Faculty of Education. But now, we are proud to send our children to Faculty of Education, Universities of Education. Because it is teachers that are outdated that they don't have a job. Teachers are one of the most highly paid jobs nowadays, I'm telling you. Yes, I am a teacher. You mustn't teach in class. You mustn't teach in class. Do you know for me to have this presentation in another place, you have to pay me thousands or millions of naira, depending on the occasion? It's because what? I am updated. So if you want to make it and become a real teacher now, you have to be updated. If not, you become, it's either you are a teacher or a what? Facilitator. Right. So you also have system that's examination. Nowadays, nobody mark. Before they used to mark WAEC, and some people used to get money. In fact, they're even employed by WAEC or NECO. Very soon, like it or not, they will lose their job. Because now, WAEC is moving CBT, JAM has moved CBT before they mark JAM, and there are errors. So, will examiners be required? They will be required, but what? Few, only those to monitor the system, those who can invigilate digitally, who can supervise. So instead of employing 1,000 people to mark script, machine that you just make subscription of maybe 1,000 or 2,000 is going to automate all those tasks and give you analytics and give you report and even will students bother to go to physical school again? Nobody. They won't bother. They won't bother to go to physical school again. Because there's no difference between you and I can even be more better than you. That it depends. So I wouldn't say they won't go to physical school, but they won't bother, right, to go to physical schools. AI has also what? The future of AI in academic is AI is tracking student progress. But as a teacher before, a teacher needs to do all this, teach, monitor. He has his own stress, administrative tasks, what have you. But now, AI has been augmented to even act like human. You think it's somebody that's monitoring you, but it is what? It's a machine. Automating administrative tasks for better focus on education. All those administrative tasks, AI does it for you. So teacher concentrate more on what? The delivery. Just go and facilitate. And with this, I know there are some people from curriculum and psychology and counseling. Will you be needed again? Very well in the schools. You'll be needed, but few. Even doctors, many doctors are, yes, if there are doctors, tell them that I said that many doctors too, if they do not update themselves, they will what? They will be left behind. Nowadays, you see doctors, I have went to some hospital, which I don't need to call name. The doctor was using ChatGPT to prescribe for my wife. I just look at him. But they are right. They are right. If at all they can use it in the right way. It is not a fault for a student to use ChatGPT or what have you, Gemini or what have you to do your assignment. But to use it rightly in the right way and make sure that he cross-check and the authenticity of the content. Let me prove it to you that even this presentation, some percentage of it was used with AI. But I use, for example, these things. I coined them from, I understood them, then I now coined them. Look at them. And I now what? Customize it to my test. And we have it, right? So that is it. And secretaries too. We did not baba kwa baba. Una go collect una own too. Right? So that is it. So according to as well World Economic Forum, the value of online education market will reach the sum of $350 billion by which year? By next year. If you say 2025, they will think it is another year. Say next year. By next 2 months. By next 2 months. So it's either you also gain from this or you lose from it. So, but it is there. And the engine of this growth is what? Private sector and innovations. Right? So for your children, the market is there. If you train them well and you also give them opportunity and put them in the right place, they can always have that. Right? So the next thing, or next to the, let me move. These are the things that I said that we need to concentrate. HODs, teachers, lecturers, please, these are the things you should concentrate more in the class. Not just the teaching. Concentrate on critical thinking. Make sure that your children can think critically, charge their brain, that they feel like, I'm challenged, I need to learn this. Like now, why didn't I answer your question for virtual reality earlier and augmented reality? I want you to think, you have started imagining, what is it? He has spiked that interest in me. This is what we need to be doing in our students now. Do you understand now? The teaching is already there. It is easy for them to understand. They can understand even on YouTube. They can understand with AI. If they need further information, they can go and get it. So we should understand more on what critical thinking, which are the 21st century skills that it will allow you to work anywhere in the world, not just in the education. Lecturers should not just be confined in the education sector. They should also see them in other aspects. But until you have critical thinking, communication is very important. Part of it is public speaking, right? Like just like the way, I don't know, maybe you like the way I'm presenting or you don't like it. What matters is you understanding. Some people, they have the content, but they don't know how to present it. So you need to concentrate on making sure our students or our children have communication skill. Some students don't have manner of speech. You think it's a disrespect, but it's not disrespecting you. That is how he was brought up. Are we together? So they should concentrate on that, and they should also concentrate on what? How to talk in public, fight stage phobia, and what have you. For example, this gentleman must say we have it here. And this maybe they see me outside or I'm their student, or I did something wrong here, I'm not good in, I'm not good in presentation, or you have to spend some little money and I give you the secret. For you to become a digital teacher now, this is your assignment. I'm giving you a school. If you want to become a teacher, know how to make use of search engines. Know how to make use of Google. That one is for further. You don't know how to make use of this problem. We have Google, we have Edge browser, we have Firefox. And what are we Opera, UC browser, what are you? Know how to make use of these things. Second is what? Learning management systems. You can design your own school. You can build a 10-story building school with just inside your headset. You can leverage use of Moodle, Edge Moodle, Google Classroom, just like my very madam says. Also, fun and verified learning. If you are teaching students, look at you as nothing. I'm already booked. I have 4 wives. Okay. Sorry, there's nothing to So, fun and verified. We have to make teaching to be fun and engaging. If not, students will be sleeping, right? Students will be sleeping. So make sure you know how to make use of any of the forms for verified apps. For example, you can make use of Kahoot. Which led to it. Content creation. Hello? Hello? Are we together? Yes. Content creation. One of the places that people are making money nowadays is through content creation. You can make use of Canva to create your content. There are different forms of content, either video, audio, podcast, post, what have you. You see someone say he has a follower. If a celebrity to come here and nobody knows him, but it's through social media, because of the content he produces. So you can become a content creator. You can use Microsoft Designer, you can use YouTube to get content and also make content. I'm not going to give you some other tools, like collaborative tools. You know how to make use of Zoom, Google Meet, Teams for online classroom or for collaboration. If you're having any meeting or you get any grant, you are going to make use of this one of the things. If not, you are going to miss that grant or that support. Assessment and evaluation. You don't want the printing papers again. Schools don't print exams again, but you know what you're doing. Make use of Google Forms, Microsoft Forms, Socrates, in order to carry out assessment and evaluate your student very easily. Presentation tools, just like I'm using now, I'm using PowerPoint. Know how to make a very good PowerPoint design. Not just PowerPoint, but know how to make designs. Google Slides, Go tool can also be used to make cartoons and so on. Lastly, there are some AI tools that I will be giving you for free. Everybody knows ChatGPT, right? Until now, there is somebody that does not know ChatGPT here, I'm telling you. There are many. If you don't know ChatGPT, then your children will laugh at you. Even your spirit will laugh at you. Copilot is also a generative AI that you can use that also use the large language model, the LLM. We also have Gemini for Google. You can use these ones to create content, make lesson plan, lesson notes, ask for advice. In fact, if you are tired, ask for story, ask for ideas. It's going to tell you. Designer for graphic design. So people that are just eating your money, graphic designers are eating your money. You can even design with that and with AI. Just tell it what it's going to design for you. You can use designer, you can use Meta, there's U.com for researchers and for education and some other purposes. There's also research AI. And according to McKinsey, AI-driven innovation will contribute to $13 trillion to the global economy by March 2030. Please, at least you need to appreciate me for giving you all these tools. So this comes to the end of my presentation, and I'm going to give you a takeaway. The takeaway is after learning now, not someone else, you can still learn online. But if you choose to come to myself, you can come so that I'm a trainer. In fact, I even have a hub. Technology of where I train. I can even come to your school. In fact, I can come to it. I wish the UBC is here. Maybe I would have taken a little national or university gig too. Isn't it? Maybe they just give me a contract of training this staff. Only one after the other. So you can also be a trainer if you know all these things. It wasn't me. So it's an opportunity for you. Go and learn this thing and go and talk to your VC. Maybe you schools that can be a trainer, you're certified, this and that. They will give you their students. Apart from the lecturing job, you also have another job. Start with free online courses now. If you do not have money of transport to come to you and train or go to an expert to train, start with online courses. Just put on your Google or Sarah. It's going to bring you, it's going to show some free courses and some paid courses. You can go to Udemy, you can go to Khan Academy, you can learn from there, any course there, you can start learning on all these courses. Then coding and AI basic is very important. Coding is important to boost your creative thinking or critical thinking. And some AI basics, just like I have stated. And also engage in online communities. Join groups, educational groups, not Adashi group. Have challenges and we need to solve them. So far, if you are now ready to take this and embrace this technology, there are some challenges that are waiting for you.
which you need to fight and be ready to fight that, is digital divide accessibility. If you are living in the unorganized, that is rural area is a problem. We still have that challenge in Nigeria. So one of the ways we can teach people in the village is to make sure that we teach them digital literacy and they're going to learn all other things by themselves. We don't need to bring them to the formal section, formal education setting of formal knowledge. Limited access to technology and internet. We know Nigeria internet is not free, so we are appealing to the president and appealing to the VC to make internet free for all our educators and students. Lack of standard and functioning emerging technology. We don't have enough technology centers. So we need to build these centers, and there is no one who's going to build these centers except me and you and your children and your daughters in collaboration, and we can make this happen. Lack of support and facility. Even when we are doing this, we have technology, but we are not supported. We have the rich people that bring their child, we have the lecturers, and what have you. Not everybody is feeling this pain. But people are not supportive, but few are supportive. People that are supporting are doing it, but we need to be more philanthropical to make sure that this comes to reality. And lack of enough technology and expert instructors. There is a high need for experts and instructors. This is an opportunity for you to make, and this is a business opportunity for you to grow. And with this, thank you so much. And, so I think question and answer. Okay, Q&A session. I'll accommodate how many questions? 2 questions. I'll accommodate 2 questions. And before then, let me evaluate with just 1 question. Are you satisfied with the presentation?
Yes, sir.
Very satisfied?